Hey, YouTubers, this is Corey with Texas DIY. Thank you for visiting my channel and watching my episode here. This has been 3 weeks since my last and first introduction video for my channel when it comes to the information that I've been wanting to provide uh, regarding manufactured homes. I wanted to kind of go over and debunk sort of some of the things that I've seen on YouTube. I watch YouTube all the time. I mean, if it's mobile home, manufactured home, RV, anything DIY, for the most part, I've watched it or I've come across it some. And I've seen so many people, they'll take their videos and go on their YouTube channel and they'll walk through all these homes on the lots and whatnot. Some of, I mean, coming from a salesperson that I've actually worked on a lot before, or a sales center, whatever. I'm not PC, so, just whatever it is. Um, and they'll just be describing all these different features and this and that and other and giving their opinions, which is great. This is America. You can do what you want, right? That's why we have that freedom. But some of the things of which they say is just fucking ridiculous. So I'm here to give you some general information. Okay, so if you come across anything that is going to, I mean, and I'm open to discussion with this, but I mean, if you want to ask me a question or you think that I'm wrong about something, leave it in the comments below, please. I'm absolutely open to that. Please do. But there's been some people that have. First off, I'll start with sizes. Sizes of manufactured homes. Okay, we all know, and we're not talking about modular homes, okay? That's another episode that we're going to get to, I promise, okay? Because it's a big scheme, is what it is. But irregardless, yes, that is my word. I know it's not in in Webster. He don't like me too much, but I'm from Deep East Texas. I don't care. So we have our own vocabulary. Now, when it comes to sizes, we'll start with single wides. You're going to start these days in a uh, in this day and age. You're going to start with a minimum of a 14-foot wide single wide. You're going to start, as far as my research is concerned and what I've sold, what I've come across in today's day and age, and for quite some time. I'm talking about probably in the least, probably the least, I'd say 20, 30 years. You're going to see the smallest home of a 14-foot wide by 56 long, so 14 by 56 home. Of course, it's going to be either a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Now, it's not going to be 13 foot 6 inches, which is, by the way, that is really what it is inside, because you have to account for the 4-inch studs for the exterior of the home. So yes, it is inside 13 feet 6 inches when it comes to the interior part of the home. But the platform, the actual house altogether, total 100% is built as a 14-foot wide, single wide home. And then 56 is going to be the minimum. Now, you've got to be careful. If you're going shopping or you see something online about a manufactured home that's being sold and it says a 14 by 60, the first question you need to ask, as far as size is concerned, we're talking about sizes right now, is does that include the tongue, the hitch for some people, aka hitch? Does that include that? Because it is a 4-foot long hitch. And some people are taking into account or consideration that they include that in the size of the home. When in fact, that has nothing to do with the square footage of the house. It has all to do with what is transporting that home to its location. So if you have a 14 by 60 single wide, is it a true 14 by 60 living space square footage wise? or is that including the tongue? Because it could actually be a 14 by 56. You have to deduct the 4 feet off of it. Okay. Now, moving on from that, okay, keep that in mind. That's a very important thing to know, because you may buy a house and 4 feet may not seem a lot when it comes to the length of the house, but especially when we're getting into double wide and triple wides, uh, I mean, single wide's not really, being excluded here, obviously, because that's what we're talking about. Make sure that you know that, because that square footage, okay, if you do 4 feet longer on the home or minus, deducts obviously square footage, as we both know. So, and that could mean both bedrooms at the end of the house most of the time, because most homes these days come, split bedroom configurations. Could mean a bigger bedroom, could mean smaller living area. There's a lot of contributing factors that can go into that. So pay attention to that, okay? The next thing is double wides. Oh, excuse me. Before we get to the double wides, okay, the longest. Now, I'm in Texas. Okay, now each state is going to have their own law, and the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles, or the Texas DMV. For your state, it may be called something else, but it's going to be something very similar. That's going to regulate this, is how big of a house can be on the highway as it's being transported to its location. Now, in Texas, the largest is 80 foot. Now, that is 80 foot with the hitch or the tongue. So, the largest home that you can actually, lengthwise, the largest home that can be transported in the state of Texas, with permits, of course, is going to be a 76 foot long home, square footage wise. Including the tongue, it will be an 80. Now, I've seen advertisements from dealerships and sales centers and others that say, 28, 20, or whatever width it is by 80 or 84 even. And I'm sitting there going, there's no way. Because the maximum, if you look up through the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles, is going to be 76 feet total, 80 feet with the hitch or the tongue. Now, putting single wides aside, we're going to go to the next category, double wides, which is going to account for the other half of it. You're not going to see as many triple wides. No, I mean, when's the last time you saw a triple wide? Now, some of you may have them. I'm not downing them at all. I'm just saying they're not near as common as a single wide and a double wide. That's it. That is the game. That's the God honest truth. Now, and for good reason, they're very expensive. They're beautiful, and I've seen some beautiful layouts and everything, but that's not what that's really about. It's the fact that you start getting into more money per square footage when you get into a triple wide, because it costs more to move them. You're having 3 parts of a house being moved to the same location. You've got to pay them movers and them transporters. So yes, you start getting into some money. Not to mention whatever kind of foundation you put that house on. And there's several different kinds. We're going to get into that too. I'm going to try to divide those up into videos. That way you become an informed and educated buyer if you're looking for a house. Or maybe if you're just curious like me and you're just obsessed like me, then maybe you just want to know. And that's all right. Knowledge is power, right? Now, when it comes to double wides, primarily you're going to have now, I will check my stats here and put them in my comments if I am wrong about this. But when I worked for Palm Harbor Homes in Huntsville, Texas, we had a 34 by 76 on our sales center property. And it was, wow, it was out there. Gorgeous. In my personal opinion, I mean, it was, not my style, but size-wise, whoa. It was out there, and the floor plan was just so cool. It was beautiful. So it was a 34-foot wide manufactured home. So, of course, it's 17 and a half on each side. But I haven't, that's the only one I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm almost 40 years old. Now, when it comes to the majority of your manufactured homes that are double wides, it's going to be either you will see some 24-foot wide homes. Those are usually more the economy based budgeted homes, basically. I know some of the legacy homes that are built by Legacy Housing, which I am a full supporter of. They're wonderful homes. That's my personal opinion. But the majority of them are going to be 28 foot wide, not 26, not 30, 28 foot wide. You go off the legal description of the home, okay? It's not about the actual inside the walls. It's about, okay, it's going to be a 28 foot wide from wall to wall, okay? Exterior wall to wall. Now, the other is going to be a 32, which a lot of people will say, oh, that's an extra wide. Sure, if you want to call it that. That's what I have. I have a 32-foot wide home, and it's a 72-foot long home. So 32 by 72. And then basically you just do your simple math, times it, and you get your square footage. Pretty simple. Now, so you got your 28, then you got your 32. And then if they still are making them, I was told a long time ago at the time whenever I was working for Palm Harbor Homes that they were actually not going to be making 34-foot wide homes any longer for double wides. I don't know whether that was true or if that was specific just to Palm Harbor Homes. I will try to see if I can find that information out. And again, we're only talking about manufactured homes, not modular homes. Modular homes are built to a whole nother standard, and they're a whole lot more complicated. And they're not HUD standards. They're not built to HUD standards. They're built to county and local government standards. So, with that being said, then you get into your triple wides. And for the most part, there are all kinds of configurations. You can have 3 sections of 12-foot sections, so 3 12, so 12, 24, 36. You can have a 36 wide home, and who knows, obviously up to 76 foot, long of a home. That's a big home. It's probably what, almost 3,000 square feet off the top of my head, and trust me, I don't do math. Don't ask me what pi is, otherwise, because I'm gonna eat it. I don't know. But so that's your rundown when it comes to rough sizes. Okay, so don't be fooled by all these people that are saying and looking around and everything. Oh, this is a something by 84. Not in Texas. Okay, I will say that, not in Texas. No, because the Texas the Department of Motor Vehicles is not going to allow anything larger than what their law allows to be on the highway, interstate, whatever, to be delivered to the site location. They're not going to make any exceptions. Okay, now if they do, and I am unaware of that, by all means, I will correct myself. I promise. So I want to talk about size today and kind of debunk that there's a lot of information out there on YouTube that's just not correct about that, and also to make sure that you understand that especially if you're looking and maybe you're thinking about purchasing a manufactured home, pay attention to that 4 feet. Trust me, it will save you money. It will also help you understand what your certificate of ownership is, which is what you get whenever you buy a manufactured home. Which is basically the deed to the home, or the title, as it's called. Depends on if you have it on permanently on property, which makes it real property, or if you're just purchasing it and putting it on grandpa's land and, making it just the home itself, then it's going to be personal property, basically like a car. A car is personal property. The house itself is going to be treated as such. Financing is going to be different for each scenario. So I'm going to try to segment each thing that we've talked about between modular homes. I've mentioned that I'm going to work on getting videos out so that you can be well educated and informed, um, along with making sure that you understand the financing aspects of these homes, um, the way that they're constructed in a professional yet understandable manner that is correct. I will back my information up with facts. And then if we get lucky, maybe I'll be able to go on a tour. I know there's a million out there on YouTube, but if you want to follow me and if you decide, hey, you know what, that guy knows what he's doing or he's talking about because he actually been in this industry for a while and I've lived in one my entire life practically, then and he's got the passion. I absolutely do. I love my I love my home. I leave off the manufacturer. I leave off the mobile. It's my home. This is my home. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, love my house floor plan. And I do not like open floor plans. You will always hear that from me. If you like them, great. By all means. In my intro video, I said the same thing, but I'm just kind of out there with it. I just feel like it's so bland and there's no character in it. And that's why I love my house so much is because I have a formal dining room. I have 2 living rooms. I've got a uh, master suite that is actually separated by French doors, and then I've got a ensuite office here that is just it's so different and unique. And it was built in 2004. In fact, my home was built by Clayton Homes, and I will tell you that we're going to go over manufacturers, builders. I like to call them because that's really what they are. They're builders, but manufacturers, whatever you want to call them. We're going to go over those too. And I'm going to go over some facts. And I'm actually working on some software. I just started my channel, of course. So I'm working on getting some software editing in place where I can actually, do everything that everybody else does on YouTube and edit it and make sure that it's all polished and everything. But right now, you're just getting organic, simple me right now. So, anyways, if you have any questions, any concerns, let me know at the bottom. I'd be sure to, make sure I answer your questions, your comments. If you've found anything that I have seen, I've talked about that is not facts that I have, maybe I was wrong. We're all human, right? Let me know on the bottom, okay? Otherwise, please like this and subscribe. I would be happy for you to follow me on this journey, okay? As a Texan DIYer, it's more than just DIY projects. It's all about all kinds of stuff when it comes to this. And right now, this is the start that I wanted my channel to be on was manufactured homes because that's what my passion is. And this is what also I live in. And the DIY projects, the majority at the beginning, you're going to see the majority. Obviously, they're going to be, about how to do this or this or this or talk about this or this or this with manufactured homes. So, guys, thank you. Until next time, be safe, be blessed. Thank you.